So now I'm getting my rabbit ready to put onto my painted background by cutting it out. And if you'll notice, even though these are two separate shapes, they're both part of the rabbit. So I've cut here, and instead of turning to cut his head off, I turned and I cut along the side of his head. I'm going to do the same thing with his ear. I don't want to follow this line and cut off his ear. I want his ear to be part of his head. So I'm going to cut and go this way. This is kind of getting in the way, so I'm going to chop that off. Then I'm going to continue cutting on the line. Then following this one, making sure I stay on the line. If I get off the line, I fix it by simply going back onto the line. Following along the head, and again, I do not want to cut off his head. So I'm cutting along here. I'm going to move my scraps aside, and I'm going to return my attention to my painted background, and we're going to see how our rabbit looks on our painted background. Oh, he doesn't fit. I messed. Oh, you know what? I think I have to turn it this way, and then he fits. So I'm going to go ahead and glue him down on here. Now, because I used the oil pastel on there, if you turn it over and use a glue bottle, the tip of the glue bottle could actually distort the oil pastel. So what I want to do is take this, and I'm going to do dots of glue with my glue ball. So I'm thinking about where I see corners or parts that stick out, and I'm going to do those first. Okay, but then I'm going to do a dotted line connecting those. If you notice when I get glue, there's not glue dripping off my finger, so I'm using the correct amount because I do not want glue gushing out from under my finger when I press this down on there. So I'm going to flip this over. And when I glue something down like this, I like to sort of hold it over the paper first so I can get it into position. I want to make sure the bottom of the rabbit's body touches the bottom of the paper. So I'm kind of laying it down gently, but now I'm going to press. And if you notice I'm walking my hands around, we know how the oil pastel works now. So if I rub my hand across it, I would actually be smearing and messing up everything that I worked hard to do a good job on. Now, once you have the rabbit on there, you can also decide, are you really finished? Are there some other things you want to add? So maybe I color in this white part a little bit more. Maybe I draw some lines to look like he's actually kind of furry. Maybe I want it to look like he has whiskers. So this could actually come off the rabbit shape onto my background. All right? So I look forward to seeing how yours turns out. Don't try to set your oil pastel in the glue like I almost just did, but I look forward to seeing what you guys send me when you're done. All right, good luck.